Hello YouTube, Weed Lover 07 back here. Crazy ass fucking videos, as per the title page. Top 20 game franchises of all time. Or top 20 game series of all time, whatever. I haven't made a video in about 5-6 days here because I was so busy playing Pokemon Black version and Monster Hunter Tri, Blob 2, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Miniland Mayhem. I was just busy playing a lot of games and I got sidetracked here and just distracted and doing your errands and all that shit. So, but I was so busy playing Pokemon Black version. I'm so addicted to it. Like it's been my life ever since it came out. But speaking of Pokemon Black, I highly recommend picking up whatever versions, both whatever. I only picked up Black for right now, but I'm definitely gonna be playing Pokemon Black for a while now. Even when I get Pokemon, whenever I pick Pokemon White up. But yeah, those are some of the best versions since like Red and Blue and Gold and Silver. I can't believe how good they are. They're definitely a 10, not a 9, like IGN said. Or I can't believe GameSpot gave it a 7.5. Or whatever it was. A 7.5 seriously for a Pokemon game? That's ridiculous. But Monster Hunter Tri also, amazing game. When I first tried out Monster Hunter Tri, I was so overwhelmed by the game. It's so big and amazing. I can't believe it. But I'm so busy, just distracted by Pokemon. So excuse me if I'm kind of running off on a rambling here and just all that. This is my third attempt at this video. So if I seem kind of tired in the video, that's why. I'm just, I was doing errands and all that shit. So I'm just kind of busy and all that. So even though I was on YouTube, I logged on, but I've just been so distracted lately. So let's just get down to the business here and talk about my top 20 game series of all time here. So yeah, excuse me, I apologize, people. Number 20 here. Let's get down to this. Number 20, Star Fox. I love Star Fox a lot. It's one of my favorite game franchises of all time. I love the 64 version. It's one of the best series. It's one of the best. It's one of the best in the series. I played it obsessively when I was like 8-9 years old. When I popped that in and popped the Rumble pack in, I was having a nerdgasm. It was amazing. I love Star Fox. The first one on the Super Nintendo is good for what it is. I think their worst one is obviously Adventures. Some say it's a Star Fox. Some say it's Assault, but I disagree with that. I think Assault is awesome. It's one of the best one. It's the best one since the 64 version, obviously. People complain that you get that you're running around a lot and you're not doing classic Star Fox in the air and fighting and all that. But I love it. Adventures is obviously a piece of shit. So let's move on here. Number 19, Metroid Prime. I'm going to spoil something from my list here. I put Metroid on the list here. It's number 3, but I decided to just put Metroid Prime because I have other like spin-off series from like Mario on here. So why not put Metroid Prime? So I love Metroid Prime a lot. These games are fucking hard. I only beat the first one once. The second one, Echoes, I never beat. It's fucking hard as hell. The bosses are just ridiculous. The third one is hard too. I only beat that one once too. The third one. But let's just talk about this series as a whole here real quick. I'm not gonna make this video too long because I'm very fucking tired. So, but Prime, I love the atmosphere, the immersive feeling that you're in that world and everything. But I love how everyone says like Metroid Prime series, the trilogy is like a first-person shooter game, but it's not. It's not a first. I'm gonna clarify that it's not a shooter. It's a first-person action adventure. So that's what it is. So, but I love the atmosphere. I love science fiction. I just love that world. It's like you're in there, Especially with the Metroid Prime trilogy for Wii, they really updated not the graphics, but they updated they really cleaned it up and made it smooth, made it run a lot smoother. Everything, but I think my favorite game out of all 3 is probably the third one, Corruption. Awesome bosses and just amazing. Number 18, Castlevania. I haven't gotten to Castlevania a lot. I played the first one, second and third one a lot. Played all the NES ones, but I think when Dawn of Sorrow came out on the DS, I think when all the DS handheld versions and Game Boy Advance ones came out, that's when I decided I was getting into this series a lot. I love Dawn of Sorrow. I love Rondo of Blood, even though that wasn't available in America. It's an import game, but I love Castlevania. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I guess you can call it a survival horror franchise. I just love the 2D. Just amazing. well, if you wanted to call it a survival horror franchise, I mean, obviously it is. It has Dracula, zombies, and skeletons. I mean, it has all that stuff that horror fans love, and has that gothic feeling to it. So, I love Castlevania. I hope they make tons more on the 3DS. Do it. And yeah. Number 17, Super Smash Bros. Series. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. Melee and Brawl. Man, when I played the first Super Smash Bros. On my 64 when I was 8 or 9, I freaked out. I couldn't believe how amazing that game was. Putting together some of the best characters of all time. Pikachu versus Mario, and Donkey Kong versus Star Fox, and Samus versus, Luigi and all that shit. I just couldn't believe how awesome that game was. Throwing Pokeballs and items. Just an amazing fighting game overall. Melee took it to another step where it was just like, I mean, it still looks good to this day. I mean, the graphics and everything, and just holds up so well. I mean, even the first game just holds up amazing well. Brawl, obviously, the best one in the series. More content, Subspace Emissary, obviously the story mode, the stickers, the trophies, and just an amazing, well-packaged game. I would love for them to make a handheld version of it. 3DS, obviously, just do it. A handheld version of Smash Brothers. I don't know what they would call it. Brawl 2.1. I don't know. Whatever. Just make it. Do it. But yeah. Moving on quickly here to Animal Crossing, number 16. I love Animal Crossing. My favorite one in the series is the GameCube version. The DS version is alright. It's just a handheld version of Animal Crossing. It's great. I love it. But Wii version is my least favorite. I don't know why. It just didn't help. Doesn't hold up well for some reason. I don't know why. I just didn't keep my... Well, it does hold up well. I just didn't keep my interest for very long. I played it for like a couple months and just kind of put it down. I mean, I still have it. I'll probably play it I'll probably get back into it. I don't know when. They're making a 3DS version of it, so... number 15, Pikmin. I love the Pikmin franchise. I want to talk about Animal Crossing here for a second. Again, sorry, backtrack. Animal Crossing and Pikmin are the two games that fell under the radar for me when I was playing GameCube in that last gen. Animal Crossing kind of just fell under the radar for me. I don't know why. I was busy playing Luigi's Mansion and Melee and Resident Evil Remake and Zero. I was just playing all these games. You kind of have to keep in mind, I was like 12 years old when the GameCube came out, so I was kind of just, I don't know, I didn't really notice these games until I bought Animal Crossing, the Player's Choice one, for like $20 at Game Crazy, so that's when I got into it, really late in the GameCube life cycle. So, but back to Pikmin here, number 15. Same thing. I didn't get into Pikmin right away. I bought the port, the new Play Control version on Wii. Same game, obviously, but amazing game, a masterpiece. I love it. I wish they would do new Play Control for Pikmin 2, but they wouldn't. I don't know why. There's no interest or something. It's available in Japan. I don't know why they won't do it. But I can't wait until Pikmin 3. I don't know what's going on with that game. We know it's going to be shown at E3. It'd have to be. I mean, Miyamoto said in E3 of 08, he said it was done. They're making it, and they have to be showing a teaser trailer or something. But who knows what it will be on, Wii or 3DS. I mean, would it make sense to put it on 3DS? Yeah, because Pikmin 3DS, the third one, duh. So I think it would make more sense putting on the Wii home console, obviously, because the other ones were. So let's move on here. 14, Dead Space. I know, are you shocked? I put Dead Space on my top 20 game series. But hear me out here. Dead Space, it has three games in the franchise, Dead Space, Extraction, and 2. And it also has those 2 movies, Downfall and Aftermath. But I'm not going to talk about the movies, obviously. But I mean, this series is really growing since the first game. They really build off the universe and try to like explore new characters and all that shit. And they try to make it as big, big as they can, I guess. I mean, I hope they'll do a third one, but I heard the second one was kind of not the best. The story kind of falls apart at the end of the game or the middle of the game. But I love the first one. I played a little bit of it, not all of it. Obviously, I don't have the 360, so the great atmosphere. I'm a huge survival horror fan, and I'm a nut for horror, obviously, and just for this subgenre of survival horror. Survival horror is a subgenre of horror, so. Because I love the Alien franchise, and that's why I love Dead Space. It's just amazing atmosphere, amazing jump scares and all that, great character. I love Isaac Clarke. The story is great. I love it. I also love Extraction. I think Extraction is just as good as the first one. If you don't believe me, play it. Buy it. Extraction, I think, is like $30 for the Wii. So for all you haters out there for Extraction, go get on Wii. Don't if you got Dead Space 2, you probably have it. So there you go. Number 13, Silent Hill. I'm gonna get into Silent Hill real quick here. I was never really a big fan of Silent Hill. I was always known as a Resident Evil guy or the Biohazard guy or whatever you want to call me, because I love Resident Evil so much as survival horror. So Silent Hill, I love the first and second one. Second one's obviously the best in the series. I love Shattered Memories, great remake. That's what got me into the series, and sadly enough, the movie kind of got me into the series. Don't ask. The movie's amazing, by the way. So, but anyways, the series kind of falls apart by the fourth game. That's what a lot of fans say. Silent Hill 4: The Room. I don't know, but I don't know. I heard the new one's coming out. It's called Silent Hill Downpour. I heard the working title name was called Silent Hill 8. I don't know why 8. I don't even know if there's that many games in the series, but oh well. But yeah, I love Silent Hill. It is true. After playing like Shattered Memories and beating it God, 6 times, that series is true survival horror. If you think Resident Evil is, Silent Hill is, because you're just running. I mean, I know in Shattered Memories, I don't know I haven't played the first and second game for a long time. I remember playing at my friend's house a lot of time on his PS1 and PS2 for Silent Hill 2, but Shattered Memories, like you're literally running for your life from like nightmares and your own demons. Like you're literally running from demons, not real demons, your own personal demons. And yeah, it's an amazing series. The story's great, very complex, amazing music too. But number 12 here, Paper Mario. I love Paper Mario. It's obviously a spin-off series from Mario. It's not in the main series of Mario games, but the first one is one of my favorite games it's one of my favorite games of all time. I played it so much. I played the Virtual Console immediately when the first game came out on the Virtual Console. I was playing it so much. I beat that game like 5 times. Like, it's an amazing game. I think Thousand Year Door is a little better, but that's just my opinion. Super Paper Mario is the worst one. God, it's one of the. I don't even think Super Paper Mario is one of the worst Paper Mario. It's the worst in the Paper Mario series. I actually think Super Paper Mario is the worst Mario game ever. Like, it really is a disappointment. I mean, that game, like, they could have made that a lot better. I never even beat Super Paper Mario. Just like Mario Sunshine. Like, I never even beat those games. I mean, that's how bad. Like, and they're not bad games. They're just, they could have been better. A lot better, for that matter. I mean, seriously. Moving on. My voice is getting kind of tired here. I'm talking. Number 11, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon. Shocker, right? Pokemon is one of my favorite game franchises of all. I can't express how amazing it is. I mean, it was my life when I was 7, 8, 9. Even to now. My favorite game. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on Pokemon here. I mean, it's Pokemon. Who hasn't played Pokemon? My favorite games in this series is probably obviously Red and Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver. But if I had to pick like one out of like Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, I would probably pick like Blue version, because I love Blastoise. I mean, obviously I'm not going to pick Red version. Charizard seems so obvious, but Gold and Silver are great. I like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the remakes of Gold and Silver, better. They got me into the Gold and Silver games better. I don't know why more. I don't know, but Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald are the worst in the series. I can't stand those games. The way the Pokemon look, they look like Transformers and robots. I mean, they don't even look like Pokemon. Especially the legendaries, they look awful. But yeah, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum are pretty good. I like them. I like the way the Pokemon. I like the starters. They're cool. Piplup is one of my favorites in the Diamond and Pearl generation of Pokemon of that generation. But Black and White, I can't express how amazing Black and White is. Definitely pick those up. But I'm moving on now. Number 10, Mario Kart. Now another not in the main Mario series, but I love Mario Kart. I can't express my love for that series. I love, like, Mario. I think I juggle this all the time when I talk about Mario Kart series. Is it Mario Kart 64 or the DS version? I love the Wii version a lot. I have spent so many hours playing them online on that. But I think, like me, I'm not an online gamer at all by any means. But I spent so much time on the DS version. I played thousands of matches. Obsessively. I mean, if you want, I'll probably give my friend code on the description for Mario Kart DS. I think I put my Mario Kart description on my other video, Mario Kart Wii. But yeah, if anyone wants to play me in Mario Kart, go ahead on DS especially, because that is the best version. 64 is obviously because for nostalgia reasons, but yeah, it's Mario Kart. Can't wait for the 3DS version. So number 9, Sonic. Yep, I love Sonic. Even though he's been going through hell lately, but Sonic Colors saved his life. Sonic 1 and 2 are my favorite. Sonic 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite in the series. I don't know why people talk shit about 3 so much. I don't know, but I think Sonic 1 and 2 are the best, but I'm still stuck in Sonic 2. I can't beat that game at all. Oh my god, it's so confusing, but goddamn, Sonic Colors. If you guys haven't played Sonic Colors yet, pick it up. You can find it for cheap. Like, you can find it for $40 new. That game, if that game wasn't as good as it is, that series would be dead. I mean, look at Sonic 4. Where the hell's Episode 2? They're really Sega, you got to get your ass on that. But I know Sonic 4 is dead, so don't even. I mean, when Episode 2 finally comes out, don't even try. Don't even purchase Episode 2. But number 8 here, Mega Man. I decided to put Mega Man on there because I was a hardcore Mega Man player when I was a kid, playing 2, 3, and especially 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are my favorite in the series, without a doubt. 2 and 3 are my favorite. I still haven't gotten 9 and 10 on my Virtual Console. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I have the Anniversary collection for my GameCube, so yeah. And I think I have the Mega Man X collection too. I have both both collections for my GameCube. I love Mega Man. They're some of the hardest games ever made. Oh my god. I haven't beat anyone. I'm gonna confess, I haven't beaten one Mega Man game. They're so hard, but they're amazing games. Just some of the most challenging games ever. Number 7 here. I'm gonna move on quickly. Sorry guys, I'm just really tired of talking here. So number 7, Zelda. Obviously, I have to put Zelda on there, and Zelda, for crying out loud. If you're making a top 20 game list, you have to put Zelda on there. If you don't have Zelda on there, you're pretty fucked up. Same with Mario. I mean, come on. But yeah, Zelda. I know me and the Truth a couple months back or a year ago made a video about me hating Zelda fans. I don't know what the name of the video was. I think it was games you hate the fans of or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I love Zelda a lot. But I hate the fucking fans so much. They're so annoying. I mean, they're getting to the point they're like Final Fantasy fans. Who knew, right? They're fucking annoying. Jesus. Ocarina of Time is the best game of all fucking time. I mean, people are claiming Ocarina of Time, and they're claiming Ocarina of Time as being the greatest game of all time. It's a matter of opinion, people. It's not the greatest game of all time. But that's your opinion. I think my favorite game in the series is A Link to the Past, without a doubt. I mean, that game is great art style. Wind Waker, Link's Awakening. I mean, come on, people. It's not Ocarina. Ocarina is not the only game in the series. Unless you were maybe 4 when the 64 came out, and that's all you think it was, Ocarina of Time. But there's more games in the series, people. The worst one is Majora's Mask. I can't stand that game. It's annoying. Just, the game is torture. But I only beat Ocarina once, and I never went back to it. No, fuck you. I'm not beating that ever again. Even when the 3DS version comes out, I don't know. But, I don't know. Everyone's played Ocarina of Time. It's the most well-respected game of all time, but it deserves to. It is one of the greatest games, but not the greatest game of all time. So, number 6, moving on to Kirby. I love Kirby. I can't express my love for that little guy, pink little dude. My favorite game in this franchise is Superstar. I love Superstar. I'm glad they did the DS version, Superstar Ultra, but I think, I don't know, is it Kirby's Adventure or Kirby's Superstar? I don't know, I love both games in the franchise. Those are my 2 favorite Kirby games in the whole series. But Kirby's Adventure, I played that game I rented that game so many times when I was a kid. I wanted to just steal the game from my local grocery store because I love the game so much, but I eventually bought it. But I have it on my Virtual Console, but I love Kirby. I can't wait till the new one comes out on the Wii. I love Kirby's Epic Yarn. Great one in the series. Obviously a reboot in this series. It is a reboot, whether you like it or not. It is a reboot. Oh, Mountain Dew. Good. Caffeine. But anyways, Kirby, I love it. Can't wait till they get back to the roots of Kirby and what his, all that good stuff. Number 5, Donkey Kong Country. I put Donkey Kong Country on here because it deserves it. Even though a lot of people talk shit about the third one and the second one is not. I love 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are the best. Returns is my, come on. In the order, it would probably be like the first one, Returns, and 2. 3, I don't know. A little annoying. I didn't like the characters that much. I don't know. I love the first one is one of my favorite games of all time, and that game made me cry when I was a kid. I can't express that. Ugh. But number 4. Let's moving on quickly here. Drum roll. What's number 4, guys? What's number 4? Mario. Yes, Mario series. Do I need to talk about Mario? I will. I'll talk about Mario here. Third one is my favorite in the series. It's my number 1 game of all time. I mean, Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite game of all time. Nothing can top that game. And that game is like my childhood right there. I mean, I played that obsessively. That game. I mean, if you think Donkey Kong Country made me cry, no, Mario made me cry. So did Mario 64, but I love Mario Brothers 2. Lost Levels is a bitch. No, I don't want to even touch that game. But yeah, Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite game in the franchise. That's like my Mario World, obviously. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the Mario series because everyone knows Mario. Goddamn. Number 3, Metroid. Yeah, obviously I put Metroid Prime for my number 19. Goddamn phone. I apologize. But yeah, I put Metroid as my number 3. I love Metroid series. My favorite thing in the entire Metroid series is the music. The music is so amazing. It's some of my favorite like video game out of all video game soundtracks. I love that music. God, Super Metroid. If I say Super Metroid is my favorite in the series, is that too obvious? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I love Super Metroid. Obviously Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, the remake of Metroid, Other M. So, yeah, I don't need to talk about Metroid. Number 2. Number 2 here is drumroll. What do you think? What do you guys think it is? Guess before I choose it. Mortal Kombat. Yes. Who would think I'm a fighting game fan? But I love Mortal Kombat. That's one of my, oh my god, some of my favorite gaming characters of all time are in that series. Scorpion, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Reptile, Raiden, Goro, Shao Kahn. I love Mortal Kombat. It's the greatest fighting game franchise of all time. It shits on Street Fighter, Tekken, any maybe except Marvel vs. Capcom, I guess, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But anyways, I love Mortal Kombat. Nothing can beat that fighting game franchise. It's the king of all fighting games. The new one's coming out, Mortal Kombat 9. Even though I won't be getting it, because I won't be getting it because I don't have a 360 or PS3. But I hope it sells well. Even though the DLC is kind of fucking over that game, and all the collector's editions and all that stuff is just screwing over that game. I don't know, but I do hope it sells, and it will sell. It'll sell more than Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I love Mortal Kombat. Oh, it's amazing. I play my DS one a lot. I own pretty much all of them in the series. I love it. I can't say much more than Mortal Kombat. It's just amazing. Every time when I was a kid, figuring out the fatalities, I would bring out my Mortal Kombat code book. I literally had a Mortal Kombat trilogy, the 64 version, the Mortal Kombat trilogy code book, and I would obsessively just try to figure out every single fatality, friendship, and animality. When I finally figured out one, I would just do it over and over again. That's how obsessive I was. I mean, with the fatalities. I mean, I wanted to see that shit over and over again. But enough about 2. Let's talk about number 1 here. What is it? What am I missing with number 1? Resident Evil. Yes, I love Resident Evil. It's one of my... When it comes to games, Resident Evil is, in my personal opinion, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Resident Evil is the best gaming franchise of all time. I'm putting that on record. Resident Evil is the greatest franchise of all time. I mean, I nerd out every time when something comes out, even like a spin-off game. Even when a movie, like a CGI movie or even a live action movie comes out, I freak out. I mean, I love that series so much. I love anything to do with it. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the setting, the atmosphere, the puzzles in the game. I mean, I just love that series so much. I love 2. I love the remake. I love 0. I love Nemesis. Code Veronica, even though it's a bitch and it's fucking hard as hell.